Good morning, Scorpios. I am so sorry, Scorpios. I mixed up the readings yesterday and did accidentally skipped you and did Sagittarius's reading. So I'm doing your reading today instead. Um, it, it was completely unintentional. Um, Scorpio has been giving me a little bit of trouble the past couple of weeks. The Scorpio energy has been a little bit challenging. So I don't know if I sort of subconsciously just went, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with that today. Um, but that's not fair. That's not fair. Someone last week said that they didn't feel like the reading was for them because they identify as being very, very kind. And they were like, that nasty Scorpio energy, that's not me. And I sort of said, like, no, that's not going to be you. It's a general reading. So the reading can't be for every single Scorpio out there. So um, I feel that the best message possible, the most important message possible, comes through in my readings. I sort of take what I'm given. So I feel like that the reading last week was important to someone. Someone needed to hear that. Yeah, I'm hoping for a really nice reading today, Scorpio. I'm sort of asking for a nice reading for you. My mum's a Scorpio, and she is the kindest, most giving, loving, wonderful person in the world. She's amazing. She definitely isn't like that Scorpio energy last week. So I've got on today. I've got my elephant bangle. It's getting a little bit worse for wear actually. It started off this kind of brownie colour, but it's sort of going this silvery colour now. But my mum loves elephants. And this makes me think of my mum. So I'm trying to tune into that gorgeous, loving, protective element of the Scorpio energy today. I've also got rainbow nails. I was watching English Simmer's Pride live stream on Twitch yesterday. So me and my daughter, we painted our nails in rainbow colours. So I'm hoping that brings a little bit of happiness and cheer into today's reading. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I had 3 songs came through for you last night as I was sort of in and out of sleep. I forgot one of them. I didn't write it down. I was like, I will definitely remember that song, and then I forgot it. So yay, well done me. But I did sort of drag myself awake to write 2 of them down. One of them was I didn't look it up. I meant to look it up, but I will put it in the description. I don't know the title of it. It's a Cat Empire song, and it says "Don't Bring Me Down." So I'll look that up and I'll put it in the description for you. And then the other one was, typically, because I get a Billie Eilish song every single day now, it seems, it was Copycat by Billie Eilish, and it was a specific line, which I've forgotten because I didn't write it down, because I've got a goldfish brain. But I will put them in the description below. Then the 2 songs that came through while I was sort of setting up from Spotify were Whine Up by Deluna and Give Me More by Britney Spears. So yeah, all those will be in the description below, including any more songs that come out during the reading or after the reading while I'm uploading it. So there may be extra messages in those songs for you. As I was setting up as well, I see this quite often. It's almost like cogs, seeing cogs sideways on, and they're kind of realigning like this. And that always, when I see it, it always seems to mean to me that the universe is shifting the cogs and realigning them. What I think is quite significant about this right now is that I heard, I've not confirmed this yet, but I've heard that the planets are starting to align, and quite a lot of the planets are going to be aligning around the 4th of July. So I don't know if that's going to mean there's going to be shifts in people's lives. Perhaps it's this kind of shifting energy. Everybody's kind of shifting and realigning. So that's going to be quite interesting to see what comes from that. Okay, I think that's all my waffle out of the way. 5 minutes of waffle. I'll put timestamps in the description as usual, in case you want to skip any of these bits. Okay, so I'm going to use the tea leaf deck to find a little bit about the situation going on for Scorpio energy right now, and then we're going to move to the Tarot Deluna, the Haunted House, the Witch's Tarot, Gilded Tarot, and the Akashic Tarot to find out what was going on in your past, present, and future, in your heart space, in your head space, and your action space, and then pull an advice card. Okay, if you do want to skip to the full reading and miss part of my dealing of the cards and the interpretation, the timestamp will be below in the description. Okay, I'm already feeling cheerful. This is a good sign. So the first set of tea leaf cards, there's 200 of these, so I have to shuffle it in 2 decks. It's too much to handle all in one go. That's what she said. Okay, let's go. Some lovely cards, please, for Scorpio today. Can we get some nice cards, please, for Scorpio? Okay, you've got 1 card from that deck. Oh, no. Oh, pig. Beware of greed. We'll find out, I guess, as we go, what that means. I've already got an idea because some of the messages have already been... Can you hear that? Did you just hear that? The crow. Oh, the crows are flying. Ugh. I'm asking for it. Come on. Rainbow energy. We can do this. Right, let's go. Whoa. Cards, please, for Scorpio. I don't know if you can hear them, the crows. Okay, we've got dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So that might be relevant to you. I also sort of see this card as... Oh my goodness, the crows. I also see this as a man who might be in a dark place, or quite, someone who generally has quite a dark demeanour. They might be feeling slightly depressed, or they might be, dark dealings kind of thing. Put that there. So you might be dealing with a man who's very, very greedy. June, and you've got June, so something may have happened last month regarding a man who is greedy, or next year, take it as it fits. It could be a woman called June involved. Let me just have a quick look at that card. Angels. Yeah, so it's almost like something happened perhaps last month regarding someone who's being greedy, and someone who, I'm getting more that it's a man who's in a dark place, but the angels are protecting you here. I am going to actually, because those crows are shouting at me, I'm going to get my crow feather out. We're going to use this as kind of protection, I think. So protect us, crows. Here we go. Okay, so we've got the dark and light in the reading. We've got the rainbows, we've got the crow feather. We're going to handle this. We're going to get through this together, Scorpio. Whatever life throws at us today, we're going to handle it, good or bad. We're going to navigate through. We're going to steer our ship. And we're going to just take it in our stride. We can do it, Scorpio. Whatever life throws at us, we've got this. Okay, let's go. So, heart space, past heart space, please, for Scorpio. Make it something nice. We want happy energy. Scorpio. Oh, past heart space for Scorpio, please. Taking its time today. They're not really wanting to chat. Maybe, oh, here we go. Maybe there's a sense that your heart space kind of shut down a little bit for a while there. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting that deck away. Okay, you've got quite a lot going on actually in your past heart space. You've got the Temperance card, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and you've got the Ace of Swords. So what I'm seeing here, the Ace of Swords is some kind of truth being spoken, or some kind of newfound knowledge, or action being taken, or something's being communicated. I'm just looking at the crown on her head and how it's quite a different colour to the rest of the card. It's quite warm coloured, where everything else is quite cool. So what I'm seeing that as some potentially money or wealth, and someone thinking about wealth or knowledge. Not wealth or knowledge, wealth or the material world, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. The Pentacles are all about material things, material possessions, and we've got that greedy pig as well. So I feel like, I'm sorry, I don't want to call anyone a pig. That sounds really rude. It's represented by the pig. But someone who perhaps is wanting too much. I'm also noticing as well the gold colour of the key and the gold colour of the head. So this may be in regards to property. She is stood outside a house there with a gate, and she's got this key. Yeah, someone might be being a little bit greedy in regards to something to do with house and home. And there's, with the Temperance card, there's a need to be patient or need to be balanced, and it can also be a card of healing. Yeah, I feel like there's been a need to be patient or feeling very patient in regards to communication about something material. But this ray of light is coming in here. This light coming into a situation. Yeah, this Temperance card, she's almost turned to plastic. You can see a face, kind of a face and the top of her hair look human, but then the rest of her it's like it's made of fabric and plastic, or fabric and shiny stone. So it's almost like something that someone's been waiting for a very, very long time, and it's almost feeling like you're set in stone, you're set in place, there's no movement there. I'm also noticing the cracked mirror behind it, and I'm hearing the mirror cracked from side to side. The doom is upon me, cried the Lady of Shalott. I don't know if that has any meaning to anyone, but it's what pops into my head, so I'm going to say it. The Queen of Pentacles as well. This is can be like a wife card, a mother card. The crows are crying again. I'm listening, crows. Okay, I know you're there, trying to talk to me. It's a wife, a mother, someone who looks after the house and home, or it can be a career woman, someone at work. It's someone who's very tuned into kind of the material side of life, the things of having a house over your head, having food on your table, making sure people are making sure the kids have the bath, making sure they get to school on time. It's all this kind of very grounded sort of caretaker energy. It's earth energy, so it's people who maintain, and it's upright, so it's positive. So yeah, let's see what else we get. That is in your past heart space, so that's sort of what you were feeling in the past. Let's go to the current heart space, please, for Scorpio. I know, actually, I can see how that would be relevant to my mum. She's been waiting for a decision regarding her pension. I don't want to give too much personal information away, but yeah, that definitely fits in with my mum. This needs to be very patient for a long time. Okay, let's go. Oh, you're getting a lot of cards. There is actually a lot going on in your heart space at the moment. We've got the King of Wands, and we've got the Magician. What I'm noticing immediately about the King of Wands card is he's also stood outside a gate. So yeah, there's two people outside a house here. One is the Queen of Pentacles and one is the King of Wands. So if there's some kind of situation where there's two people involved regarding a house, so this could be you and your partner if you live together, or it could be just some kind of dealing with a house, I'm getting. It's two lions in the background there, and I'm also noticing this snake as well. Let me just have a quick look myself. It's almost like the snake's going up his sleeve. King of Wands, so he is upright, so I'm getting sort of slightly shifty vibes here from this King of Wands, but he is upright, so he is in his positive energy. The King of Wands is someone who is a man of action. He goes out, he gets what he wants. He's very determined, he's very courageous. He is passionate, creative, knows when to hold back and knows when to rush forward. And I got the tug in my heart space then, so that was a confirmation. Yeah, so he may have a lot of passion, but he may be sort of controlling his temper. I'm getting controlling his temper, controlling his passion. and this is in the heart space. So again, you could identify as feminine or masculine energy, and both of these could be you, or this could be you and another person. Sort of take it as it resonates. I'm just going to sort of say what I'm getting from the characters, and you can figure out who's who. So even if it's a male card, it can be a female acting in masculine energy. So you can just kind of work out who's who in the reading based on my descriptions. We also have the Magician card here, and the Magician's in reverse. Now the Magician is someone who takes the dreams and makes it a reality. It's someone who's got all the tools they need to put a plan into action. It's very, very, very powerful card actually. But someone isn't doing this. It's almost the opposite. It's almost someone who has a reality around them, but perhaps they have the head in the clouds a little bit. There's just wanting things to work out by themselves, where actually that they perhaps need to take action, especially with it being with the King of Wands, because the King of Wands is someone who takes action. The Magician in the upright is someone who takes tangible steps to create the reality, takes the above and brings it below, kind of thing, brings it down to earth. But with it being in the reverse, I'm getting that there's someone here who has the ability to take action, but perhaps they're not. Okay. Someone needs to take control. I sort of heard in my head, someone needs to take control. That sounds like I'm going crazy. It's just like the words pop into my head. Okay, future heart space. Future heart space, please, for Scorpio. So you might be wishing that someone else would take control of the situation, or you might be needing to take control of the situation yourself. The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who's really good on their own. They've got everything they need. It's very, very similar to the Queen of Pentacles, but the difference is the Queen of Pentacles is a partner. It's a wife. Usually, it doesn't have to be. It tends to be. And the Nine of Pentacles is usually kind of like a single version of the Queen of Pentacles. So it can be someone who is financially very stable on their own. It could be someone who runs their own business. It could be someone who has excuse me, considerable wealth. It could be a career woman. Someone who's really, really good on their own. They can be in a partnership, but they're also very independent, stable. They don't need another person. There's no dependency on someone else. And I'm also noticing it's got this kind of mirror in the background here as well, or this portal, and if it is seen as a mirror, it's not shattered. So if there was something that felt like shattered in the past for you, it's getting healed, is what I'm seeing there. You can see this sense of her sitting, waiting, turning to stone, and this woman is standing in her full power. I'm going to pull some more cards, but someone may be exiting a relationship here and becoming single. It is a very, 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 very positive card, the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone doing very well just by themselves. So if you are exiting a relationship, or exiting, and it doesn't have to be a love relationship, it can be a work commitment as well. Perhaps someone who is going from working together with someone, working for a boss, to working independently. And this is, so far, we'll pull some more cards, but this is showing quite well for you so far. In the underlying, you have the King of Swords. So there's two men now in this reading. It could be the same man, or it could be two different men. The King of Swords, I've sort of described him already. The King of Wands, I've described him already. The King of Swords is someone who is kind of a master of communication, very, very logical. They can be quite clear cut. They can have a tendency to see things in black or white, or have the ability to look at a very, very complex situation and, weigh all the elements up and come to a conclusion. It's someone very, very logical like that. The King of Swords doesn't communicate as much as the Queen of Swords. They can sometimes hold back a little bit. They know when to speak and when not to speak. Kind of how the King of Wands knows when to take action and when to hold back. The King of Wands knows when to hold back information or communication. but not in a, it's in the upright, so it's not in a deceptive way, it's in a kind of very knowledgeable, expertise kind of way. You might be consulting with someone who's some kind of professional, sort of legal or marketing, or it's just someone who can bring you knowledge and information, and communication, like an advocate or something like that. Or it might just be someone in your life who has these kind of traits. Yeah, two kings though, so it's either the same person or it's two different people. You can sort of decide yourself, you know, how that fits for you. It's trying to show me the Chariot underneath as well, so it's time for this King of Wands to take action. Whatever he is, yeah, definitely this, both kings here, there's action. Someone's taking action or someone needs to take action. The Chariot is fast movement forward in a situation. Okay, we're going to move on to the Haunted House Tarot to get your thoughts. So we want your past thoughts. I just saw the Sun card, but it went back in. So it's almost like you thought you knew something, but you didn't know it. Or, you know, you were on the verge of happiness, but then something happened and it was delayed. So the card that actually did come out is the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Cups is a card about making choices or having lots of options, deciding what you want from life. With it being in reverse, perhaps you feel like you don't have any options, or this could be someone not making a decision. There we go. So yeah, maybe you're waiting on someone to make a decision, but that decision isn't being made, or this what was happening in your heart, your past. So waiting for a decision. That decision's taking forever, it's not being made. Thoughts, current thoughts. Oh, the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Wands. So the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is especially with the King of Wands, what I'm seeing is that there's action imminent, with it being almost, it's a candle, but I always think it looks like dynamite or TNT. So and someone's lighting it. So with it being in reverse, it's not happening. It's action that needs to be taken, but it's not taken yet. Yeah, I'm seeing that this King of Wands is almost on the verge of taking action. Seven of or they might be thinking that it's time, or thinking, how am I going to do it? The Seven of Wands is a card about standing up for what you believe in, defending the gate. 1 second, I'm just going to shut the window. There we go. It's just the neighbours are going to work, and they get a bit chatty sometimes in the mornings, which is fine. It's nice, but yeah, we'll just have the peace and quiet. No more crows either. So yeah, so the Seven of Wands is, you can see she's in a house and she's defending the stairs. So this is perhaps you feel like people are coming at you, perhaps with too many ideas, too many opinions. You might feel under attack, but this is defending yourself, standing up, defending yourself, defending what you believe in. Protecting the gate. It's the Guardian of the Gate card. So yeah, you may be thinking, how am I going to take action on something that might be kind of controversial? There may be conflict involved. But this is you defending yourself, defending whatever it is that you're passionate about. There are a lot of wands here. This is passion. And the Ace of Wands as well as a new start. So yeah, something you feel very, very passionate about, or someone else, if this is resonating with someone else for you, someone else feeling very passionate, on the verge of taking action about something they believe in. So very, very strongly about, but it's the King of Wands, so they have self-control. Future thoughts for Scorpio. Future thoughts, please, for Scorpio. Oops, there we go. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so we've got can be kind of a power couple, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So you may see this as your energy or someone else's energy. It's in the upright again. We've got lots of upright cards. So this is someone who is very, very fiery. She might be very outspoken about what she believes in. um, likes it, likes the attention. She's not afraid of being the center of attention. She's passionate, she's creative, she's enthusiastic, she goes for what she wants. Yeah, it's very, very sexy energy. So if this is you, Scorpio, super sexy, looking fine in your future thoughts. I think there's almost a sense of, if there was something you were waiting for, it's like she's been warmed up. She's gone from being this very cold, stone-like person to someone who's looking really hot and warm and sexy. So something you may feel like something's warmed you up. And instead of sitting there waiting, it's almost like she's still sat there waiting, but she knows that someone's going to come to her now. She knows that she's attracting something. I'm also seeing this crown as well, and I did notice that crown on the head of the Ace of Swords. So it's almost like queen energy. It's like it's almost like now she feels stable. Now she doesn't have to worry about the money anymore. She can start working on herself and feeling and exploring other sides of her personality, perhaps. Okay, yes, like almost I'm getting her trial by fire as well, like trial by fire, heating up. These two cards together, this is really, really hot energy, very attractive energy. Someone who's doing really, really well for themselves and looking gorgeous, very attractive energy. And you have so many kings and queens in this reading. The King of Cups. So again, this could all be the same person, or it could be different energies. There might be 3 different men in your life. This could all be you. Take the aspects that fit and the bits that don't fit you, see if they apply to someone else. The King of Cups is someone who's very, very loving, very emotionally stable, like super stable emotions. It can be like the ideal father, loving, nurturing, giving, tolerant, patient, always there for you, always emotionally there for you. They've got a really good handle on their own emotions. So kind of how the King of Wands and the King of Swords, they know when to act and when to hold back. This is the same as with the King of Cups. They know when to express their emotions, and they know when to kind of keep them to themselves. The King of Swords and the King of Cups are side by side here, so that could be the same energy. Or it could be 2 people that you're dealing with. If this is all the same energy, this person is almost Emperor energy. It's like they know when to express themselves, they know when to express their emotions, they know when to speak, when to express the truth, and they know when to control that. They have a lot of self-control. If that's all one person, that is... There are some damn sexy people in your reading today, Scorpio. Okay. Oh my goodness. I saw the Justice card. It's like truth. Yeah, this is true. Everybody's sexy. Ooh, hello. So past action space. There's something that felt like a loss. It could feel like it was a missed opportunity. It could feel like something just didn't work out. You can see that there's these 3 cups on the ground all spilt. It's like don't cry over spilt milk kind of thing. The water's all draining out. It's also near a treasure chest as well, which I don't think I've noticed that before. I'm not sure, but there could have been some kind of... Cups are emotion, so they could be feeling very emotional about a loss of money, a loss of something tangible in your life. The treasure chest is open, so money that wasn't protected. Yeah, it could be any kind of like any relationship as well. Something just didn't work out within a relationship, or just something didn't work out emotionally for you. But she's not dwelling on these cups. She's suffered a loss. She's not looking great. She's looking a bit down in the dumps. But she's, the thing about this card is the person is normally looking at the spilt cups, and they're not noticing these two new cups coming in for them, this new opportunity, this new friendship, this new offer of support, but she has. So she's kind of coming out of this energy of sulking. This is a rock, but I always see it's like smoke behind her. So whatever happened in the past, she's turned her back to it now, and she's starting to look at these two new cups. She's starting to see, and there isn't actually another treasure chest there. So there's potential here, and she's seeing the potential. The Queen of Swords as well. We've got the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. So if there's a relationship here for you, and you're identified as these characters, this is kind of an intellectual match, a physical match. You're matching on quite a lot of levels here. It's almost like a really good partnership. So it could be a business partnership, it could be a romantic partnership, it could be friends. But yeah, there's two people here who are a really good match, really powerful people. A lot of kind of power couples in this reading. So there might be more than one set of people involved. You've got 3 kings and 2 queens at the moment. So take it as it fits your situation. But yeah, really, really powerful people, big players, really big players in this reading. The Queen of Swords and Justice. So Justice is about bringing fairness to a situation. She can bring truth to a situation. You can see that they've both got that sword of truth held high, and you had the Ace of Swords in your heart space. So I feel like a truth has been revealed, a truth has been spoken, something's been communicated, and it's trying to bring fairness and balance into a situation that perhaps didn't feel very fair in the past. The Queen of Swords can sometimes be a bit cold. You can see she's up on this mountain. Very cool colours, a bit standoffish perhaps, possibly a bit unapproachable if this is someone in your life. But she communicates the truth. Where the King of Swords tends to hold back, he's more logical, he's more let's see how this goes kind of energy. I'll speak if I need to speak. The Queen of Swords is more expressive. She's more likely to communicate things, very, very honest, very very clear cut, very precise. If something needs to be said, she will say it, especially if she feels like it's a situation where justice needs to come in. There could be some kind of legal situation for you. I did say that this actually fits my mum quite well. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like something happened that was unfair, and someone is trying to bring justice to the situation. This is the Libra card as well. We've got Libra and we've got Sagittarius here. The Magician, it's not the Virgo card, but it does give me kind of Virgo energy sometimes in reverse. Yeah, that's for people who like the signs. It does not have to be those signs, it's just the energy. But if people wanted to hear them, that's who I'm seeing in this situation. The Three of Cups. This specific Three of Cups makes me think of gossip. People around the water cooler at work having a gossip, having a chat. The normal meaning of the Three Cups is kind of celebration with community, getting together with friends, having a good time, celebrating something. Emotional support from friends, but be warned that there may be a little bit of gossip. That's not always a bad thing, it's I know that sometimes with, for example, if I was in work and something was happening, what am I doing? I'm going to take that because I saw it. In work, if someone, we all love each other very much, the girls I work with, but if someone is going through something, and they're not in that day, the others will talk about it, but we're not gossiping in a horrible way. We're not saying, oh, that person, do you know what they did? We're saying, oh, did you hear what happened to this person? Oh, she's really going through it. Gossip isn't necessarily a bad thing. I kind of don't know why I need to say that. but it's there. Right, we're going to find out what's going on in your current action space. Current action space, please. That is far too many cards. I'm going to take the first one that came out, but I'll show you the others. So these are the ones that I'm putting back. High Priestess, Five of Swords, Page of Cups. Again, this can be gossip, verbal conflict, some kind of offer coming in, offer of emotional support, offer of love, and intuitive, using your intuition. That's a very, that's quite Scorpio energy actually. It's not the Scorpio card, but I can definitely see Scorpio there, being quite in tune to your intuition, maybe getting messages through dreams. The card that actually came out first was the Seven of Pentacles. This is someone either putting the work into something or reaping what they've sown in a situation. Yeah, it could be some karma coming in for you. But whatever you've been working on, this is like whatever you've been working on paying off. It could still need time to grow, but these are looking pretty ripe, these pentacles. I'm going to get a clarifier on that to tell us more. Okay, future action space, please, for Scorpio. Future action space, please, for Scorpio. Future action space, please, for Scorpio. You're not taking action. You're just going to go back to bed. Gonna chill out. Oh, I saw the Ace of Cups then. Too many cards came out and I put them back in. Sort of, they didn't come out. They were still in my hands, but I did see the Ace of Cups. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So there's a sense that someone is trying to bring an Ace of Cups to you. You can see this woman's making an offer of love. She's also a mermaid, so she's the second mermaid we have. We've got this mermaid over here. So this is someone coming in, trying to build a bond, trying to make an offer of support, friendship. But the other person is not having it. They've got their arms crossed and they're looking at these cups. These cups are empty. They're like, this, you're offering me nothing here. Yeah, it's kind of sulking energy. There may be someone trying to make some kind of possibly an apology, because I did see that Page of Cups as well. It could be a mother and a child. There's some kind of someone trying to build a bridge here, and someone's not having any of it. I'll get a clarified to see how that works out. But I did see the Ace of Cups. In the underlying here, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. It's called the Wheel of the Year in this deck. So almost like fate turning the wheel. There's going to be a twist of fate. Perhaps something will happen that like unforeseen events. It's in the upright, so it's going to be good. It's like luck's coming your way in a situation. Underneath that is the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So you've got this King of Wands and Ace of Wands here. So this is nice continuation of the cards we've already got. And the Ace of Wands is upright here. So there's a change coming. There's a new fresh start that's going to feel very it's going to spark a lot of passion in you, a lot of creativity. It's involving this King of Wands character. He's looking really pleased with himself, I always think. When he has two lions, maybe you've got two cats. Or maybe you both are kind of this lion energy. Maybe you're like lions, like rawr. Rawr. Yeah, but he's looking really pleased with himself. So eventually this person's going to take action, and it's positive action, and it's going to feel like a stroke of luck. Right. Oh. So I'm just having a quick overview of the cards, making sure there's nothing else I want to say before I pull clarifiers. No, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers from the Gilded Tarot. I'm going to pause while I'm doing this because otherwise the video is just going to be too long. So I'll pause, pull some clarifiers. I'll spend a minute looking at them to figure out if there's any sort of subtle messages that I'm picking up on, and then I'll be back to talk you through it. Back in a minute, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Oh my goodness, so many kings and queens in this reading. I can't believe actually how many kings and queens you've got. I think the only person missing is the Queen of Cups. You've got everybody else. Oh, where to start? I guess start in the past, right? So let me just shuffle these cards over a little bit. So I was right in saying that up here in your past heart space, there was some concerns about money or the tangible things in life, the things that bring you physical comfort, because you have this Ten of Pentacles card here. yeah, it's like a treasure chest. Ten of Pentacles, it's feeling like you've got everything tangibly that you could possibly ever need. You've got the big house, you've got the car, you've got the designer clothes, you've got the, I mean, maybe it's not designer clothes, but I'm just sort of explaining that it's everything you could possibly need, comfort wise, you know, the roof over your head, the food on your table. You've got everything you could possibly need. Or you're feeling, because this is in your heart space, it's and it's also, it may not be that so much that you had it, but you were thinking about this. There might be a new start or communicating something, but there's definitely some concern here with the I'm hearing finer things in life, but with grounded stability, things, tangible things. There's a lot of pentacle business going on here. I also was talking about how this person and this person, they're both stood in front of this gate. So I was getting that kind of house and home energy here with these two people. And this is also the King of Wands has been clarified by the King of Pentacles. So yeah, this could be a husband and wife here. And the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles is possibly, more than likely, the same person. So it's something definitely concerning, like the grounded things in life. You can see that massive pentacle behind him there. So yeah, the King and Queen of Pentacles are the husband and wife in the tarot. So it doesn't have to be, it can be a business relationship, but they're a set, they're a pair. It could be someone actually, it could actually both be your energy, and you're showing as both the Queen and King of Pentacles. Yeah, like the Queen of Pentacles, someone very, very grounded, very stable, goes to work every day, puts food on the table, pays the bills. Yeah, this, but also is very, very passionate. It's quite interesting energy, actually. It's sort of like you've got the guy who goes to work every day, he provides that solidity, but he's also pretty damn sexy, and he goes for what he wants. This is like these two energies combined. This is kind of like would probably be someone who does very, very well in business, because they're a go-getter, but they take care of the small details. So yeah, this is all going on in your heart space. This is all what you've been concerned about, what you've been feeling emotionally. This concern, not concern, but this thinking or feeling something to do with your stability. I was picking up on Virgo energy. You might be connecting with Virgo here, because there's the Hermit card here in your thoughts. Does not have to be a Virgo, it's just energy, but someone's not making a decision here, and I feel like the reason why they're not making a decision is they really haven't needed this time to go inwards and think about things and really sort of close themselves off from the world to work things out for themselves, to have a really good think over something. And we did have that King of Swords there as well. Could be you, could be the other person. And I clarified what was going on with this Queen of Swords and the Justice card, and I got the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is normally a card about working really well with others, working as a team, and being very successful because you're using all the individual skills of the different members of the team. But this person on this card is working alone. So this could be someone who is working independently, or is in the action space. So this is something that was happening. Someone who had to work alone, someone working independently. It could be because of COVID, because instead of being in the office, people are now working from home. It's in the upright, so I feel like they've been doing quite well with this. And we also have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Pentacles normally is bringing an offer in, an opportunity in. So there's a feeling of a missed opportunity, or something perhaps that you were waiting for, a promotion perhaps, but it waiting forever for it to come in, or it's just not coming because of circumstances. Things have changed, that offer's not coming in anymore, or there's problems with it. It's also making a plan in the upright, so making a plan to put something into action, but the plan's not being made. So there's some kind of blockage there with something, some kind of offer or opportunity. going back to this King of Wands and King of Pentacles and needing to take action, being perhaps defensive, we've got here, this has all been clarified by the action that the person wants to take. Oh, we did have the Queen of Cups. I don't know why I saw her as the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups in reverse is someone who, there's no love there. They could be emotionally unstable, you know, very up and down with their emotions. They could be unloving, just not loving, or they could be too emotional, but there's no stability there with their emotions. The Queen of Cups in the upright is someone who's very, very loving, very nurturing, really gorgeous energy, which is in reverse. So yeah, because I saw her as the Queen of Pentacles and because she's got this gold dress on, I'm seeing it possibly as someone who's been in the past too concerned with these pentacles, too concerned with career, too concerned with having the finest things in life, and perhaps they've neglected their emotional side slightly, and that's coming along with the Nine of Pentacles. So it could be that someone's becoming single, could be someone's working independently, because we have that Nine of Pentacles as well over here. So I think the action is someone needing to find their independence, needing to work on themselves quite a little bit. And that can be within a relationship. You know, it can be two people in a relationship who perhaps have been too dependent on each other emotionally, you know, relying too much on each other for support to the point where it's become almost like a crutch, and needing to perhaps find a little bit of distance. Doesn't mean you're breaking up, but just finding a little bit of space, sort of going your own way a little bit, working on your own things, just to kind of get yourself feeling like you've got that inner confidence back, that inner you know, you can support yourself, you're a full person by yourself, and then you two can almost complement each other better within that relationship. You know, two strong people are going to have a better relationship than two needy people. Yeah, and you've got the Page of Swords, so this is it can be something being communicated, it can be news coming in, someone bringing news, possibly about wanting to be single or working independently, and it can also be spying energy, but I'm seeing it more as someone communicating here. Okay, I wanted to clarify what's being worked on here. I got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Someone perhaps if someone is quite defensive, they're working on that. They're trying to be less defensive, and they want to bring love into the situation with the Knight of Cups. They're actually raring to go. They are rushing in to bring love into a situation. Doesn't have to be romantic love, can be emotional support, but yeah, there's some kind of connection here. Someone's rushing in, they don't want to be defensive anymore, and this is something they're working on. Okay, so into your future action space, I was talking about how this Nine of Pentacles, this woman's doing really well on her own. She's got everything going for her. So this is what you're going to be feeling in the future. You know, that you've got it good. You've got all your ducks in a row. You've got your you're looking fine with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. You've got everything kind of going for you here. Very attractive energy. This may have come at the cost of being a little bit strategic. There may have been some conflict, verbal conflict, conflict of thoughts. Yeah, you can see this is kind of a battleground, but this person's almost like profiting from the battle. They've gone around collecting up all the swords from the fallen soldiers. So yeah, there may have been a little bit of conflict involved in becoming feeling like you're independent kind of thing. Again, it doesn't mean it's a breakup, it doesn't mean you're leaving work, but it just means that you're finding your own independence within the situation. If this the Nine of Swords is actually it can be depression, it can be anxiety, having so many thoughts about a situation, overthinking so much that you know it's causing you sleepless nights. The owl is here as well, so there's some kind of knowledge. I'm also noticing this kind of chessboard pattern, and I was talking about possibly some kind of strategy going on here, but I feel like you're coming out of that. If you've been feeling, or if someone else has been feeling, you know, really anxious, overthinking, sleepless nights. They're coming out of it with the Nine of Swords being in the reverse. And yeah, they're moving towards the happiness. Ten of Cups is complete emotional happiness. You've also got the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So there may be, if you have left a relationship and you have become independent, or even if you've become dependent within a relationship, this is giving you the ability to extend that emotional stability to others. Nine of Pentacles is being good on your own. Ten of Cups is complete happiness with you know, a family or a community, extending that love to others. Yeah, but this is the happiest card. This is like the only happier card is the Sun card, and we did see the Sun card peeking out before. It's like the sun was peeking through the clouds. It's like, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. And now in your future heart space, you've got the happiness. You know what makes you happy. You know, the conflict and the anxiety and the sleepless nights, that's all over. The Queen of Wands is confirmed by the Six of Swords. This is moving on. You know, coming out of a situation and moving on to calmer waters. I did actually talk about someone possibly feeling really down in the dumps there, and you've got this frog on this card. Frogs always, to me, means someone who's too much in their emotions, you know, really down in the dumps, feeling like they're at the bottom of the well. But you know, whatever this was, whoever was feeling this way, moving forward, moving on, getting clarity, moving on to calmer waters, and this being in your future thoughts, and having the moon on this card, it's almost like intuitively knowing. We saw that High Priestess card before as well, intuitively knowing that you're moving on to calmer waters now. You're going to be fine, you know, the troubles are behind you. So that's really lovely to see. If you felt quite challenged, Scorpio, I'm pleased to see this for you. So clarifying the Four of Cups, it gave me quite a lot of cards actually. So what's going on with that Four of Cups? Why is this offer not being taken? There's something with the Moon card, something that's not being seen, something that, you know, you had the Wheel of Fortune card, so there might be a stroke of luck coming in for you, but you're not seeing it yet. Or you might need more information in the situation before making a decision because it's unclear. But you may intuitively know something. There's two dogs here, two flames. So there could be a connection with someone else. You have the Death card, so there's a need to end a situation, or a need to end this feeling of not knowing. Yeah, there's sort of needing clarity, I think, in a situation, needing to end whatever this secrecy is. After that is ended, after the secrecy is ended, the Page of Cups can come forward. You know, the offer can be made. He's looking pretty calm and patient there. Almost actually looking a bit arrogant. He's like, I know this is coming. I know I'm going to make this offer. I know this offer's coming into me. Yeah, looking a bit smug. But there could be some deception. So still a little bit of deception going on here. Still a little bit of sneaky behaviour. And I think perhaps that's probably why someone's not taking the cup, because if you wanted to accept an offer from this Page of Cups, if you wanted to accept an offer in love, an offer in friendship, an offer of emotional support, but you suspect that perhaps there's something going on in the background, you know, it almost looks like the same person, kind of. He's wearing similar colours. You know, if you think this person's presenting as being, you know, this person who's doing great, but actually they're being very, very sneaky, and, you know, there's something you're not seeing. If you think that someone's not being completely honest with you, then you're not going to take that cup. You know, your instincts are going to kick in. It's going to say, I don't think I trust this person. That could be a warning for you, or it could be a message if it's you who's still being a little bit guarded, a little bit secretive. It could be a message to say, look, you need to stop that, otherwise this person isn't going to accept your cup. They're not going to come forward. You're sat there looking pretty. They're not going to come forward if they think there's deception, secrecy, there's something going on that they don't want to be a part of. Yeah. In the underlying, you had the King of Wands again. So is that 3 times now we've seen the King of Wands? I can't even remember. There's so many people in this reading. Yeah, so it's a match. Definitely a lot of could be soulmate energy. It could be perfect partner energy, or it could just be a lot of couples involved in the situation. But he sat with the Three of Cups, so this is celebration, celebrating with friends, going to a party. Perhaps you're going to attract someone at a party in the future. Now, a lot of very, very sexual energy here. If you are looking for a relationship, it looks like you're in for a pretty sexy time, but I think there needs to be some clarity in the situation. Okay, let's get an advice card for you. Ooh, straight away that one's trying to slip off. I'm going to see what it is. Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, maybe something needs to be communicated with that moon card there. That's actually been a common theme through a lot of the readings this week. People needing to communicate the truths. People needing to bring clarity into situations. Can I have the best advice, please, you can give to Scorpio? Best advice, please, you can give to Scorpio regarding this situation, regarding their future situation. What can we find out about this? Tell me, please, the best advice you have for Scorpio. I'm also thinking as well, if this, Scorpio, if you're doing this well on your own, if you're super happy, super sexy, got everything you need, really doing very, very well, then you're definitely not going to accept a cup off someone if they seem untrustworthy. There's no chance. He's like, I'm doing too well by myself. I don't need to bother with you, which is brilliant, actually. So you've got a Hilarion. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm pronouncing it like Hilarion, but he seems quite serious. So I'm going to read from the book for you and see what advice this card has, because I really want to give you the best advice I can in this situation. So Hilarion. So this is going to be a little bit airy-fairy, I think, but just bear with me. Seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery, Hilarion is a powerful ascended master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic Records hold. You can Google Akashic Records if you don't know what that means. I don't really know enough about it to feel like I've got the authority in explaining it, so just look that up if you're interested. He's the master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind. We had that King of Swords, concrete knowledge, and spirit communication. So if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavour in these areas, now is the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Hilarion is always available to you, and receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you are working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, it's full steam ahead. It's time to open to this master's energy if you have a job that involves any type of evidence detection and drawing conclusions from that discovery. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, we had that justice card down there, medical testing and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. This is the time to bring a logical approach to your... This is the time to bring a logical approach to all your pursuits. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you with help, clarity and direction. So if there is someone with that King of Swords kind of leading the underlying up there, I feel like there might be someone in your life who is who has this kind of energy, this kind of logical, clear, knowledgeable energy, and I feel like that person is going to be really, really beneficial to you at this time. So you may want to reach out to that person and just ask them for advice and support. Keep a clear head. That's basically the message of that. It could possibly be someone with dark hair, maybe, or complexion. Yeah, there we go. That's your reading, Scorpio. A much sexier, much more positive reading, I feel, than what you had last week. So I'm really pleased for you about that. Looks like you're doing really, really well, actually. So brilliant. Great job. Thumbs up. Rainbow nails. Thumbs up. Take care, Scorpio. Bye-bye.